Okay. So, I realized the other day that I haven't posted a vlog in forever. Like, I saw my other one, it was like from 1 month ago, and I was like, oh shit, that's a long time. I mean, it's really not, but I was intending to do this more, just like, I didn't have batteries for this camera because I don't have a webcam because I'm not special, and then I got a bad cold and lost my voice, and it was actually amusing because I sounded like when you fucking start smoking when you're like 2 years old and you've smoked your whole life, and then there's like a giant spider there, and then you got like one of those robot little shits in your throat. I was like, rah, rah, rah. And it sounds really cool if you speak Italian when you have that sound, because I got the idea because I saw a video, and there was a guy with that, and he was Italian, so I thought it was cool. So I guess this will be an update. My kitty is coming. Hi! Yeah! She's trying to get my coffee. So, not much has really changed as far as how my parents perceive it, but my mom is getting quite better. My friend is calling me. She can wait. It was funny because we went to the post office today, and there were these two men working behind the counter, and we were getting passports because I'm going to Quebec this summer. And the first guy was like, oh, here's the form for your son. And my mom was kind of like all uncomfortable about it. And then we had to get brought down the aisle thing to another guy, and then he's like, oh, here are the forms for him. Does he have his driver's license yet? And I was like, because I try to tell her that, like, it's not a big deal me being trans, because usually I pass anyway, which I don't know how I pass, but I do. I might post a video about that, because apparently I'm doing something right, even though I'm like 5 fucking feet tall. And he didn't, like, usually if I do pass, they think I'm like 12, but he asked, like, he thought I had a license, so he had to have thought I was at least 16, which is good. Get down from there. No. So, yeah, I passed today, and she was kind of upset, but it was cool because then we were filling out the stuff for the passports, and she's like, oh, I was reading the other day that you can get a passport for 2 years instead of 10 for trans people, like, it's special for trans people. And then when he was like, all right, you can get the 10-year passport, it's good for 10 years, she actually asked if I could get one for 2 years instead, and turns out that I couldn't. It's not a big deal, but I thought it was really sweet that she actually asked. She's still going, well, she started going to, there's this trans youth group in New Haven, and I started going, and there's also a parent support group at the same time, and she started going, although it's kind of a double-edged sword, because it's good for her because she can actually talk about it and not feel like it's so taboo, which I think is really important for her right now. But at the same time, she's sort of using it against me because I'm desperate to go on hormones, like absolutely desperate, because if I wait until I'm 18, I'll post a video about this, like basically I'm only going to be 4 months on T when I go into college if I have to wait until I'm 18. Even though I could start tomorrow if my parents said yes. Like, I've been in therapy long enough and shit like that, and like I know the name of endos, so does my therapist. But when she's at this group, she's like, oh, well, there are other parents there who won't let their children go on hormones yet. Like, so I mean, it has its positives and its negatives. I think it's going to be a lot more, like, the positives will outweigh the negatives. But yeah, school has been really good with me being trans lately. It was actually cool because it was my birthday a little bit ago. Oh, I got these shoes. Ready? How sick are these? They're nice. The Adidas Top 10 highs all the way. I love them. And a friend of mine got me a watch, which is really cool. Timex. But it was my birthday, and so a bunch of kids were making me like a t-shirt, and they were all signing it, and they were signing at this table, and people are coming around, they're like, oh yeah, it's his birthday, do you want to sign it, blah, blah, blah. And like, I only like really met most of these kids this year, and they know, like, they found out that I'm trans. They didn't know, but they found out, and they were like, oh, okay, like, that's chill. Like, they had a few questions, but then they were like, alright, like, they're just like, yeah, like, him, he, his, blah, 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 he's a guy. And some fucking bitch was like, excuse me, and they were like, it's his birthday. And she was like, you mean it's her birthday? And they were like, no, it's his birthday. And she's like, I refuse to call her a boy because she's not a boy, like, blah, blah, blah. And they all started, like, bitching her out. It was, like, a bunch of, like, Ricans and black kids, so they were, like, freaking the fuck out at her, apparently. So I was like, that's really cool, because, like, I barely even know these kids, and they were like, and they don't, it's not like I don't think I've ever met a trans person before, because they were kind of confused about it when they found out, and they asked me a lot of questions. Like, as far as I know, none of them are even really, like, I mean, there are, like, one or two that are queer, as in, like, bisexual or gay, but other than that, like, they're just typical, like, kids, barely even know me, and they were defending it. They were like, how dare you disrespect him like that, like, this is who he is, and so that was really good, and it was really sweet of them to do that for my birthday. And Jade, if you're watching, thank you, it was very sweet. And so yeah, therapy is the same as usual, trans shit is the same as usual. I haven't had problems other than that. I've been passing a lot more lately. I don't know why. I started working out again, which is good, and I might try to, like, post videos of my progress. The problem is, I love doing upper body stuff, so I have, like, an iron gym and I have hand weights, but that only does so much. I want to start lifting at a gym, but I have, like, huge gym phobia, especially because of, like, being trans. So if anyone has any, like, pointers for me, because I would really prefer not to work out in a binder, especially because I still use lace bandages. I'm gonna buy a binder soon. That's another thing. Yeah, like, I'm not that big. Like, if I did wear a sports bra, like, you wouldn't really be able to tell unless it was, like, really flat up against me. But at the same time, like, I would feel really uncomfortable with it, and especially because, like, I want to go to the gym so I can start, like, lifting, and it's gonna be mostly, like it's the gym. It's gonna be the gym that my mom goes to, and it's mostly guys there. And also, like, when I work out, I like to wear, like, beaters and shit like that. And, like, obviously that shows your chest, but at the same time, it shows your underarm hair. So, like, I could probably deal with going there and having people think I'm a girl. Like, it's not like I'm really gonna make meaningful relationships at the gym. I just want to go there and do my shit. But, like, if I'm gonna have, like, this fucking hair sticking out and a fucking chesticles on, like, it's gonna be messed up to other people. So yeah, if anyone has any advice, I would gladly appreciate it. And that's really all that I can think of right now. I want to post a video soon about passing with, like, clothing and stuff like that, because I think that's part of the reason for my successes, because I, like, obsessively look at the differences between menswear and women's wear, because I'm, like, a big fan of fashion anyway. And I'll try to post updates. Oh, also, my parents won't let me start get out of here. Oh, my baby's so hard. This is getting long. Basically, my mom doesn't want to let me go on T until I'm 18, but I can't wait that long. So I was thinking of trying to compromise with her by saying that I could go on, because it's mostly the idea of injecting hormones into me that I think freaks her out. I think that if I try to talk to her about going on, like, androgel or testosterone cream, that might be better. Like, I don't think that she'll say yes, but there's a much better chance than her saying yes to hormones before I'm 18. So if anyone knows if I could go on, like, a dose of the testosterone cream and then in a few months switch to, like, injecting testosterone, if anyone has any advice on that, because I know, like, your levels, I know it's all personal, like, it depends on your own levels, but if anyone has any experience with that or any knowledge, I would really appreciate it, because that's something that I'm really very serious about doing. And yeah, other than that, that's all I have to say. So thank you for watching, and I'm gonna spend quality time with my kitty. Hi. Yeah.